The social media post is about a weekend anti-ICE rally in Seattle, and it included a photo that shows the mayor posing with two people at a rally and a sign with the word Nazis on it.
America, Seattle just elected their first Democratic Socialist mayor, posed for photos with protesters holding signs that say Nazis own flammable cars. And when asked about it, her office said she was too busy dealing with the affordability crisis.
Wilson announced this afternoon she will sign an executive order that will prohibit ICE and other federal immigration officials from using city-owned property for enforcement activities.
While Katie Wilson is protecting illegal immigrants, Chicago Mayor Brandon Mohawk Johnson is doing the exact same thing. He's prosecuting ICE agents.
That instead of plowing the streets, the first responsibility of the mayor of the city of Chicago, clean, safe streets, you were out protesting ICE.
And these Democrat socialist mayors are showing you exactly who they are. What is up, guys? Tyson DeLaCruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Let me show you how Seattle and Chicago are competing to see which city destroys itself faster, and why Katie Wilson's photo op might be the most revealing moment in Democratic Socialist politics this year. Let's start with Katie Wilson's photo because this is all the controversy. Because this isn't just about bad optics. This is a window into her worldview. Wilson attended an anti-ICE rally and posted a photo with her and two protesters. One of them holding a sign with a small sticker on the corner that reads, Nazis own flammable cars.
This is the photo posted to Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson's official X account at an anti-ICE rally at Cal Anderson Park Sunday. The image shows the mayor posing with two individuals, one of whom is holding a sign with a small sticker in the corner that reads, Nazis own flammable cars.
Now, Wilson's office said she didn't notice the sticker, but here's the problem. She posted the photo, or her office posted the photo to her official mayor account. That means one of her staff reviewed it, approved it, and posted it.
It doesn't matter what your politics are. If you're on the left, if you're on the right, if you're a moderate, whoever you are, being associated with a photo that has the word Nazi in it, no matter what your intent is a bad idea.
But here's what makes this even worse.
The mayor's office told me in an email, our city is facing an affordability crisis. Thousands of homeless people are living outside, and our civil rights are under attack. That's what the mayor is spending her time on, not commenting on a blurry sticker on the edge of a social media post.
So Wilson's office is saying they're too busy dealing with the homeless and affordability to comment on the sticker advocating for arson. Let me translate that for you. They're not going to apologize for associating with people who advocate burning cars because they agree with them. But they're going to pretend that they didn't see it so they have plausible deniability.
Well, I don't think she needs to proactively do anything. If obviously, the media asks about it, I would hope that they would say, look, of course the mayor doesn't support any kind of calls for violence on the basis of our political differences.
Notice the consultant's advice. She doesn't need to proactively do anything. Just wait for it to blow over. Because in Democratic Socialist politics, advocating for political violence is only a problem if people keep talking about it. And that tells you everything you need to know about who Katie Wilson really is. Now let's talk about what Katie Wilson did before she posed with the arson advocate. She signed an executive order banning ICE from using any city-owned property for immigration enforcement.
Mayor Wilson saying in part, whoever you are and wherever you come from, Seattle is your city. The mayor says city leaders have a, quote, responsibility to move quickly and get organized so we can keep people safe.
Listen to that language carefully. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, Seattle is your city. That, my friends, is code. If you're here illegally, we'll protect you from federal law enforcement. And Wilson's not just refusing to cooperate. She's actively obstructing ICE operations by denying them access to city property.
The mayor's plan includes Seattle police investigating, verifying, and documenting reports of immigration enforcement activity. That includes identifying potentially unlawful activity and gathering evidence for prosecutors.
Now check this out. Wilson is directing Seattle police to investigate ICE agents, not to assist them, not to cooperate with federal law enforcement, to investigate them, document their activities, and gather evidence for prosecutors. She's treating ICE like they're the criminals instead of the people that they're trying to arrest.
We have state law as well as city policy that governs what our police department does in interaction with ICE agents. We don't interfere. We also do not assist, and that's state law.
And the police chief is backing her up completely. They don't interfere. They don't assist. So if ICE is trying to arrest a criminal illegal immigrant in Seattle, Seattle police will just stand there and watch. They won't help. They won't cooperate. They'll just document it so Wilson can prosecute the federal agents later.
Our officers went there. They did exactly what we trained them to do, to de-escalate the situation, to ask for identification, which was provided. There was a great amount of cooperation between. We did not assist in any way, nor that we intervened in any way. And the officers with the ICE agents were allowed to go on about their business.
So ICE shows up to arrest somebody at a cemetery. A concerned citizen calls 911 thinking somebody's being assaulted. Seattle police officers arrive, confirms it's ICE with proper identification, and then they just document it. They don't help, they don't assist, they just write a report so Wilson can use the evidence against federal agents. That is not law enforcement. That is obstruction. Now let me tell you about the most manipulative part about Katie Wilson's plan, because she's not just banning ICE from city properties. She's trying to get private property owners to do the exact same thing.
The plan also includes a Stand Together Seattle initiative that invites private property owners to post notices that their property may not be accessed by federal agents without a warrant.
She's recruiting Target, Starbucks, apartment complexes, and any private business to become sanctuary locations for illegal immigrants.
Hundreds of protesters descended on a Target store in Seattle today, demanding that company cut ties with immigration enforcement efforts.
And it's already working. Hundreds of protesters showed up at Seattle's Target, demanding the company to stop cooperating with ICE. Now watch what these protesters are actually saying here.
People are out here to say to Target that they need to stop collaborating with the ICE reign of terror and to say that we want ICE out of our communities.
ICE reign of terror. That's how they describe federal immigration enforcement, not law enforcement, not border security, a reign of terror. And Katie Wilson is encouraging this rhetoric by creating a system where businesses face mob pressure to become sanctuary locations.
This group says Target allows ICE agents to stage their operations in store parking lots in other parts of the country. They say such cooperation has no place in Seattle.
So Target allows ICE to stage operations in their parking lots in Minnesota, and Seattle protesters are saying there has no place here in our city. Here's what Wilson's really doing. She's creating a parallel legal system where federal law doesn't apply if enough people protest. If Target cooperates with ICE, they get mobbed. If they refuse to cooperate, Wilson praises them as allies. That's not governance. That's extortion. Now, let me show you why Katie Wilson's playbook looks so familiar. Because Chicago Mayor Brandon Mohawk Johnson is running the exact same operation 2,000 miles away. And the parallels here are absolutely terrifying.
Mayor Brandon Johnson is now saying he wants to lead the charge in holding immigration agents accountable. The mayor saying the recent immigration operations in Chicago actually made crime go up, and that some officers violated civil rights and committed crimes.
Johnson is vowing to criminally prosecute ICE agents, not for actual crimes, for doing their job. He's saying ICE operations in Chicago violate civil rights and that he's going to be the first city to hold federal immigration officials accountable through criminal prosecution. Now listen to his reasoning about this.
If Congress can't hold this renegade administration accountable, then it's going to be up to the cities to do it. The next step that we're going to have to try, and I'm committed to doing this, of how to set up a pathway for someone like Gregory Bovino to be prosecuted.
He's calling the Trump administration renegade while he's the one refusing to cooperate with federal law. He's calling ICE agents criminals while protecting actual criminals from deportation. But here's where Johnson's priorities become crystal clear.
Sunday morning, it snowed last night. The streets have not been plowed. I don't even see a truck. no salt.
While Johnson was out there protesting ICE, Chicago streets aren't getting plowed. It snowed Sunday night. By Monday morning, residents were filming videos showing zero snow removal, zero trucks, zero salt, absolutely nothing, because Mayor Mohawk Johnson, was too busy attending an anti-ICE rally. Now watch what happens when a reporter asked him about this.
Your rhetoric has been encouraging people to rise up and fight ICE. Many people say that is the cause of the violence, the real violence against federal agents.
The reporter asking if Johnson's rhetoric is causing violence against federal agents. It's a legitimate question here. Now watch how Johnson responds.
As far as, using my platform to speak out against an administration that's murdering people in the streets of America, that's well within my right and my authority in this moment. Any notion to suggest that somehow that peaceful protest and the petitioning of this government is somehow antithetical to who we are as a democracy, I will call into question how much that person actually loves this country.
He doesn't deny it. He doubles down. He's saying protesting ICE is patriotic and he's fighting against tyranny and fascism. So enforcing immigration law is fascism. But refusing to plow streets while you protest federal agents, that's leadership. Watch what happens when the reporter asked about unpaid bills.
There's a report that your political mentor, CTU President Stacey Davis Gates, is not paying her bills. Obviously, there's a question about your water bill, the fees and the fines outstanding fees and fines that you haven't paid to the city of Chicago.
So Mayor Mohawk Johnson's mentor hasn't paid her bills. Johnson himself has outstanding water bills and city fees. The reporter asked how elected officials can lecture Chicagoans about paying their fair share while they don't pay their bills. Now watch what Johnson does.
I've called on the ultra-rich and big corporations to pay their fair share in taxes, and that is a worthy, righteous call. Whether you live in the city,
pay your bills?
I would ask that you respectfully not interrupt me, because I didn't interrupt you. Respectfully. Whether you live in the city of Chicago or any city across America, whether you live in rural America, the people of this country are hurting as prices continue to go up under the Trump administration. And so the big tech companies and the corporations that the Trump administration has favored have to pay their fair share in taxes.
He completely deflects. He starts talking about ultra-rich corporations, big tech companies. That wasn't the question, Mohawk. The question was why you and your mentor aren't paying your bills while telling everybody else to pay theirs. And when the reporter tries to follow up, watch this.
And so that's what we're calling.
Stacey Davis Gates are you going to ask her to pay her bill? Yes or no?
As I've said repeatedly,
are you going to ask
these big
Stacey
corporations
and
they all to pay their fair share in taxes. Thank you for your question.
So you're not going to ask her to pay? She gets a special pass?
I hate to have to remove you. Thank you.
They literally escort the reporter out of the press conference for asking about unpaid water bills. This is a pattern with Democratic Socialist mayors. Rules for thee, not for me. Wilson can pose with arson advocates because she's fighting the affordability crisis. Johnson doesn't have to pay his water bills because he's fighting fascism. But if you don't pay your water bills, you get shut off and fined. America, Katie Wilson and Brandon Mohawk Johnson aren't outliers. They're the blueprint for Democratic Socialist governments. Ban federal law enforcement from doing their job, pose with protesters advocating for violence, prosecute ICE agents for enforcing the law, and when anybody questions you, claim you're too busy fighting fascism to address your own corruption. Wilson banned ICE from all city property while posing with signs about burning cars. Johnson's prosecuting federal agents while his streets go unplowed. Both are protecting illegal immigrants while their own citizens suffer, and both are lecturing taxpayers about responsibility while refusing to pay their own bills. This, my friends, is what happens when you elect Democratic Socialists. They don't govern. They perform. Every decision is about pandering and signaling to their active base, not serving their constituents. And when the consequences hit, crime surges, streets go unplowed, homelessness increases, affordability is out the roof, businesses flee, they blame Trump and demand more money. Seattle and Chicago are showing you the future Democrats want for America. The question is whether the rest of the country is paying attention. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.